Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football out here at the Grapevine 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament here with the head honcho of the tournament, the director, Coach Mike Alexander. Coach, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
You bet. Thanks for being here, Matt.
All right, Coach. When you're running a 7-on-7 tournament, what's the toughest part about running these things?
Man, having to tell your friends no when you fill up. That's the hardest thing, you know. There's so many people that want to get involved in the tournament, and 24 teams. There's, I got a lot of friends out there, and sometimes you can't fit everybody in, and that's hard, because we want to help kids, we want to help coaches, and but other than that, just managing spring ball while getting ready for it can be a little bit of a challenge. But after you've done it a few years, you kind of get in the groove.
It's like a track meet, right? Once you get it going, it runs itself, right?
That's right.
All right, Coach, you guys are just coming out of spring football. School's wrapping up. It's kind of that time of year where things are slowing down a little bit. Obviously, this spring was a lot different than last spring. What did you guys get out of spring ball? What were you looking for from your kids, and how do you feel, overall evaluations of the spring?
Well, I've always believed that spring's more probably for the linemen than anything, because the skill guys can come out here on a day like today and get good work, and but for those offensive defensive linemen, really need it, and we missed it last year, and we felt like as a coaching staff we didn't know about our offensive defensive line until we got into the season, and saw how they were going to really react to adversity and stuff. And so spring was very physical for us. We ran the ball a ton, played, focused on run defense and run the rock, and but I think it was productive. We're returning a bunch of offensive linemen, and it should be a good group for us.
Last year you guys had a solid run, won the district championship, got to the third round of the playoffs. You got some expectations this year. You got a lot of guys back. The target's on your back a little bit. How much different is that being the hunted instead of the hunter?
Well, it is different, and I'll say that we've chosen a motto for this year is win the day, because our kids want to talk about the third and fourth, fifth round games, and I just, to me, I'm like, yeah, that's coming, but we got to win today first, and so yeah, it's definitely an expectation in our field house. Man, if we're not playing in the regional finals, our kids, would probably feel like it was a disappointing year.
What if your team is going to make that deep playoff run and contend for a regional title and play in the state semifinals or possibly make it to Arlington? What needs to go right for your ball club?
Stay healthy, and we got to find a quarterback. We're still we're playing a couple guys right now. We got to find that quarterback. But if we can still stay healthy in the offensive line and keep Caleb Tejada, returning all-state running back healthy, that should carry us while we're finding our groove, throwing the ball. I think we'll play really good defense. We've got like 8.5 guys back. We had one guy started quite a bit for us last year, but so we got a lot of guys back on defense. It's 4 years in our defensive system. They know it. Defense should be a strong suit, and running football.
Final question for you, Coach. I need you to tell story time here. Tell us a story. I need to know a time when you were a young coach when you got your butt chewed by your boss. What did you do and what happened?
I got a great one. All right, so I'm first-year defensive coordinator. I'm 29 years old, and we're just getting into district play. It's first district ball game. We're down 24-0 at halftime. Not good for the DC, right?
No. What school were you at? Where were you at?
I was at Rockwall, and we're playing Garland, and they were really good back then. Had Malcolm Williams and some really good, talented players, and anyway, so we come back all the way back and win 27-24. Shut them out the second half. So as a DC, first-year guy, I'm feeling pretty good about my
your chest sticking out a little bit.
A little bit, right? Well, next morning, I'm about 15 minutes late with having my stats and grades and everything done and put on the head coach's desk, in a timely manner. And but I'm thinking, we just won the first district ball game, the opener. And
Coach will let me slide, right?
Coach let me slide. We shut them out second half. Ooh, wrong. I learned real quick from our head coach that deadlines mean deadlines, and it doesn't matter what happened yesterday, and you gotta come back to work the next day and do your job. And so that was a valuable lesson that I learned. I'll never forget it.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck in 2021. I appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
All right, thanks, Matt. You too.